What is up, my friends? What is going on? What's updating in life? What has life been? Where's life going? How's this business, right? Where am I at mentally? I'm in life gets hard, man. It gets hard, mentally. I just want to hop on here and talk to y'all on some real life-ish, I honestly, I just want to vent, give you guys an update on life and my situation, kind of just a whole spill. I finally get to go on a trip in a week and a half, 2 weeks, finally. God willing, everything just go as planned. Planting the right seeds and stuff to get the opportunity. I need guys, I just need a reset. I just need a break. So I'm planning this trip so I could just, give myself this break I need, because I haven't had it, I haven't had this, this break, if that makes sense. I just haven't had it, and I just need it for my mental sake, because I think, I need it because I'm gonna lose it, how you just gonna lose it, just being super transparent, this whole year just kind of been testing me as a person, as a man, as a son, as whatever you want to look at it. Everybody make excuses. I haven't given up at all. I just have been showing up regardless of how I felt. Times I was sleeping in the gym, with 4 hours, 3 hours of sleep because I was at the gym all night. And then, you put all this effort into something and you might not get the return. So God showed me how bad, I want to be successful. I learned so much in this last 5 months. I'll say the chunk of 5 months, and then being August now. I've just been learning so much, and I gotta say I'm blessed, because if I didn't go through the struggles and understanding what it takes to expand or do the things I want to do in life, have that freedom, right? You got to put your neck on the line to get that freedom. And I just didn't have time. I had no time to think, no time to just process anything I was doing, because I was just so going all the time, going, and that just how I've been living my life this year. Right? We're going this year, got a great opportunity to open gym, take over a massive space, 20,000 square feet, property is probably just the gym itself is probably around $10 million, and get into that space and, trying to generate, accumulate everything, cleaning supplies. And then I came from, obviously a small location, my Voorheesville gym was only 3,800 square feet. And, I got truly blessed with, managing that and having that as an opportunity and a backbone to to create the business mindset and go into something that was, quadruple the size, but still know how to maneuver and keep it up, keep it floating. It just, I went into there, hoping for the best, right? Hoping that this was a turning point. Definitely was a turning point, because I learned there was just so many elements and that was involved, and going into partnerships sometimes is it could be bad and good, but I wouldn't say a lot of bad. I say more good, because you're either gonna learn or learn and learn. You might take an L, that's understandable, but it's a good L, a learning experience type of L, not damn, I fucked up type of L. And it was just so much energy I put into this, you know what I mean? And I invested. I almost lost my gym, my first gym, the gym that I put a lot of energy and also years into. I almost lost that over, 4-5 months. It's like that quick, guys. It's that quick. And I just learned so much in the process of, like, believe, have the right team. A lot of shit was like, I was missing out on a lot of opportunities. A lot of things would slide through the crack, if that makes sense. And I didn't realize that until I actually had to sit down and look at things, from a financial standpoint to, members and everything, it was like budgeting it out. Like, I really just had to sit down, like, yo, what am I doing? And you kind of like let these things slip through the crack, and you just don't understand. And then you just have to, like, reevaluate, sit down, look at yourself in the mirror, like, what is this brand you trying to build? What are you trying to do? Like, it was just a learning experience. Like, I don't think it was a loss at all, but I definitely learned to where I almost lost my gym, lost my first location. But, a lot of people won't admit, There's a lot of shit that entrepreneurs that we go through, especially I started this at a young age, and not a lot of people, get the chance to do so in my culture. But me taking the risk and betting on myself was, the best thing that I have done ever in my life. And, despite playing football and making it to the elite top of, playing with the best, training with the best. It just, I was built for it. I was built for, the shit I went through, the struggles I went through in the last 5 months. It wasn't the worst I have ever felt, but it had woken me up to, like, yo, you could lose everything just like that, So it woke my ass right up, and, when I was moving, like, I could have just said, yo, F it, I'ma just let everything go. Let everything go. I don't need to open it. I don't need to make this even worse for myself. But I just knew I had a vision. When I stick to it, I just had to capitalize on the victory. I looked at that whole 4 months or 6 months as a victory, because I stuck my neck out to give myself hope to be in a situation. God willing, I was scraping up, last pennies and dimes to make this happen. But nobody said it was gonna be easy. Nobody said it was gonna be easy. Nobody even believed like I believe in my brand, because nobody gonna care about your brand as much as you do. So you can never, like, look at anybody like, yo, damn, yo, F you, you know what I mean? You don't care about the brand like that. Don't never put that pressure on yourself to, like, really count on somebody to love your brand as much as you do. Just, I figured out what are somebody else really good at, and they can help you grow in your brand and put that in your brand to grow them and also the brand. So it's like you gotta find that medium to grow and to expand. And then that's what I started to learn. I'm also learning, just going through now it's more of the delegating phase for me. It's like, okay, I got the business going, people were signing up, people were coming in the door. Now is how delegating, right? Now giving people opportunity to learn, to excel, and to be better than yourself. And that's what I just been on, just isolating myself. I just mentally been exhausted. Like I'm on the last thread of, I don't know. I'm just on the last thread, I'm taking deep breaths, I'm meditating, and but the thing is too, I've been in a worse position about 5 years ago when I stopped playing football, figuring out how I'm going to continue this online career, right? And online gave me a huge opportunity to, do what I do what I love. And I can't, I'm thankful for it, because a lot of people I know now are doing it for the wrong reasons, or they jealous or envy. You go up in a community where nobody give a fuck. Nobody, it doesn't have to be in communities. Nobody really cares or give a fuck of what you're going through. It's like, what are you going to do about your situation if you're in a circumstance you don't want to be in? What are you going to do about it? Obviously, I made a decision just to take the risk and feel the pressure, because I feel like if you don't have no pressure and have no risk, you won't want to survive, right? If you didn't have that pressure. So it's good pressure. Like, it's good pressure, good stress out there to get you off your ass and make you work. Some people just haven't had that yet. And some people will wait and wait and wait, and then somebody else would, do it besides them. Because if you look at it like this, the pandemic, some people gained a shit ton. Some people fell back 1,000 steps. Nobody feeling bad for either side. It was just like, motherfucker, you either gonna do it or you're just gonna sit there and dwindle your fingers and have people feel bad for you, or you just get into this bad space where you feel like you have nowhere to go. But bro, you gotta figure it out. You gotta keep pushing, because somebody's out there outworking you. Somebody's out there putting the pain in. Somebody's out there getting shit done. And if you're not getting it done, then that's on you. It's on you 100%. People want to blame it on people around them or shit they going through. Everybody going through stuff. Like I was telling you, I went through a whole situation. I could have just stopped, but I was like, I'm going to still have 2 locations, regardless of the situation. Regardless of what I went through, I'm gonna have 2 locations. I don't care what I gotta go through. I'm gonna make this happen by any means. And I just had that vision. I didn't let go of that vision. You just gotta figure it out. Figure it out. No matter how you feeling. As long as you could walk, you could breathe, you could wake up in the morning, figure it out. You're grateful for this moment, so don't let anything stop you from achieving what you put your mind to, or what you really believe, what you really hungry for. Because I didn't. I'm still not, I'm still not doing. I just figured out a business model that works for me. And, as I'm doing it, I'm learning so much. I have people that's, 10 times as wealthy as me, more assets as me, giving me the opportunity to be around them, to learn and to pick their brain. Put yourself in the best situation to grow. You know what I mean? And regardless of how I feel, I'ma still get things done. I'ma still get shit done regardless of how I feel. So I just wanted to tell you guys that, I might be in a slump. I might be mentally just feel like ass, but I'ma get up tomorrow, get to it, sign people up at my gym, and keep pushing. So I want you guys to have that mentality and keep striving for greatness. So I just want to talk to y'all. I know I started off like really in the mood, but I feel better. I feel not 100% better, but I feel better. And I just want you guys to know, like, we all not perfect. So you keep striving for what you love. I appreciate y'all. I'll see you on the next banger.